Hi YouTube, what's going on? It's Rapid Recording here. I hope you're having a great day. Today I'm doing a video with the breakdown of all the new features of Formula 1 2012 by Codemasters Racing. Let me begin by saying, obviously I'm just a community member. I'm a big fan of Formula 1 in itself. I've loved the last two Formula 1 games, 2010 and 2011, and they've progressively improved through the series, so I'm looking forward to F1 2012, but this is a video going through all the new features and my personal opinion of what's happening at the moment with the game. So one of the biggest new features for me is the changes to the penalty system for online and single player. One of the biggest flaws of last year's game was the penalty system and online racing in general. The main reason for a lot of people to buy the F1 game is to race properly, fairly, and perhaps gather great online racing footage for a YouTube channel. However, you do get those minority of people who purposely buy the game to annoy others by crashing them off the track and ruining their races. The majority of people know that Formula 1 isn't a contact sport in itself. It's not like Destruction Derby or Dirt, for example, Dirt 3, which is a great game by the way. It's a clean racing game, and you should race on it properly and abide to the rules, otherwise just people don't get fun out of it who want to play the game properly. So as I said, you do get that minority of people who purposely buy the game to annoy others. This caused the people who play fairly and know the rules to stop playing the game. This is what happened to me. I stopped playing online sprint modes entirely. And because of this, now when you search for an online race, you always end up with those few people who ruin everyone else's races, and you're forced to make contact and pass in inappropriate ways to win, because it's just terrible. So yeah, as I said, this caused me to stop playing online sprint modes entirely. However, in the new game, according to a report by Games Radar, who had hands-on a couple of weeks ago, sprint mode has dramatically been changed. Okay, so in the report from Games Radar, they were talking about the new multiplayer modes and how the previous modes have been modified to be fairer. I was talking about previously about how sprint mode is not very good to play because it's only 3 laps, it's what everyone plays, nobody plays endurance or pole position, whatever those game modes are called. So sprint mode has now got a 1-lap qualifying session before the actual 3-lap race. This is instead of a randomly generated grid allocation system. I made that up, by the way, that isn't what it's called, now many people will say, hang on, that's great, but our laps will be ruined by those who crash others out. Now, this isn't the case. Even though all drivers are on the track at the same time, all cars are ghosted, so no contact can be made during the qualifying laps. There's no timed qualifying session, it's literally one out lap and one flying lap. So there's that one lap that determines your race afterwards. This, I believe, is where Codemasters have listened to the community about the online racing problems. I can't wait for this, as it's a big improvement, and I will be playing online a lot more frequently now. The other change mentioned was for single player and multiplayer's penalty system. When in any race, we try to avoid contact or a crash on a corner, and this usually means we have to cut the corner. As a result, we got an illegal overtake penalty, either time or drive-through dependent on your race distance. Usually in online races this was 3 laps, so you got the immediate penalty. Now when we overtake a car off the track, we don't get an immediate penalty. When this happens, a timing icon appears with your previous and current sector time. At the end of the lap, if your time has improved as a result of this illegal overtake, you get the penalty. If it hasn't, you don't, and you only get a warning. This forces the player to slow down to avoid this penalty, like in real life F1 with the rules of letting the car overtake and not improving your lap time. Big improvement, Codemasters. Thank you very much. Okay, so that was a rundown of how the new penalty system has been improved and changed for the new Formula 1 2012 game. Next week I will be talking about the career changes and what's been changed there. I may also be talking about how the controls have been altered. So please tune in next time, a week from now, and I will have another video up. So subscribe if you don't want to miss out on that. This will be a new series where I am going to be talking about everything that's been changed so far. So yeah, tune in next week. This is Rapid Recording. I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.